It was at either Drake's show or SZA's show, remember? And you were coming to look for me, and nobody knew. She was coming to see me, but it was so hard for her to ask the people on like the staff there, because she didn't want them to know that she was searching for like an hour trying to find me.
That makes me sound so like pathetic. That just
get surgery on her hand, and she was coming out of the anesthesia, and she said, "I love you," and I said, "What?" And she goes, "I love you," and I was like, "Go back together." And she said something like, "Well, you know, because it's a date, I wore blah blah," and I was like,
no, I said if this was a date, I definitely would have dressed like nicer. And he just kind of looked at me, and I thought we were on a date.
Selena Gomez has been facing a whirlwind of personal turmoil, from a rumored cheating scandal involving her fiancé Benny Blanco to a reported falling out with another longtime friend, Theresa Marie. Things are getting messy. Selena's alleged fallout with Theresa has sparked speculation and criticism, especially after rumors surfaced that Benny Blanco had subscribed to Theresa's OnlyFans account. They were also spotted having lunch together, sitting noticeably close. And the internet noticed, Theresa has been one of Selena's closest friends since 2014. If this fallout is confirmed, it would mark the third time Selena has publicly distanced herself from a close friend. It feels like everything blew up in just a matter of weeks, and if you're confused about what's going on or why so many wild theories about Benny, Theresa are flying around, don't worry, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Inside Hollywood, where the spotlight never fades and the drama never sleeps. Hit that subscribe and let's get into it. Now, I don't know if Benny's chaotic energy is just part of his charm, but someone needs to get him media trained. Like, he says the wildest things about Selena in interviews that have everyone going, wait, what did he just say? His latest overshare, he revealed that when they first started dating, Selena would show up to his house 30 minutes early for their dates and just wait in her car outside. Here's what he said.
So insane. When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes early. And she would wait outside, but she didn't realize that my cameras could see like down the street, and her car would just be parked outside for like 30 minutes. And she would just wait until it was time to come in.
I don't know.
What? He didn't say she texted him or joked about it. He just caught her on his cameras. Now look, there's a lot to unpack here. Showing up that early when you're just starting to date someone gives off major energy, and not in a cute way. People took it as desperation, like she was scared to mess things up. The public was quick to paint Benny as the bad guy. People were like, why are you airing that out? Why are you making Selena Gomez look desperate? Also, why was she the one driving to him? Like, isn't Selena all about old school courtship, gentleman energy, the 80s romance type vibes? Now suddenly it's flipped. It's giving he's the prize energy. TikTok was like, why is a multi-millionaire not picking her up or at least sending a driver instead? She's outside waiting in her car like she's early for a job interview. And it didn't stop there. People were also like, wait, if you knew she was sitting outside, why didn't you just invite her in? A simple hey, come in if you're early would have been the polite thing to do. But no, he watched from the cameras and later used it as podcast content. And it gets worse because Benny just kept talking. He revealed that Selena was the one who asked him out, and when she did, she thought it was a full-on date, but he didn't even know they were on one. He says, she told me later if I knew this was a date, I would have worn something different. And he literally replied, wait, this is a date? Sir, why are you saying this out loud? Like, it's one thing to have a goofy miscommunication with your girlfriend. It's another thing to share that miscommunication on the internet, where millions of people are already side-eyeing your entire relationship. Every time he opens his mouth, it feels like he's adding another layer to this. Selena chased him narrative. Whether it's true or not, it's not a cute look. Then he revealed another detail, that Selena was the one who said I love you first. And yes, that became the theme of their debut song together, I Said I Loved You First. Again, it's giving one-sided effort, not because Selena's doing too much, but because Benny keeps making it sound like she's doing everything while he's just along for the ride. Fans are starting to ask, is he trying to embarrass her on purpose? Is he trying to flip the power dynamic so it doesn't look like she's too good for him? I'm not saying he doesn't love her, I actually think he does, but the way he talks self-deprecating, overly honest, kind of clumsy, it just keeps making Selena look like she's the one doing all the chasing. And some people think it's intentional. He's even said their relationship is like charity, like he straight up called it charity. His words, not mine. He said, she's doing charity being with me, and sure, maybe he meant it as a joke, but when the joke keeps being I'm disgusting and my girlfriend is perfect, it stops being funny and starts feeling like a red flag. It's giving I don't deserve her energy, but said out loud every 5 minutes. And here's where things start spiraling even more because fans are now questioning if Selena actually likes this dynamic. I mean, imagine constantly hearing your man say, "I'm so ugly, I'm repulsive, she's doing charity dating me." Like, how do you even respond to that? No baby, you're not a swamp goblin. That gets exhausting. Some people actually think Selena might like this being the one in control, the one on the pedestal, but others think it's giving low-key manipulation on Benny's part, making himself seem so unworthy that she'll never leave. And social media, they're dragging. There's this theory going around that the moment a beautiful, successful woman gives an average-looking man a chance, he suddenly acts like he's the prize. And honestly, Benny might be confirming that theory every time he opens his mouth. People are like, who let these men think they're the main character? One tweet even said, "Every time I want to like Benny Blanco, he reminds me he's just another man embarrassing his woman publicly." And then there's the wedding question, or should I say the lack of answers about a wedding. Selena and Benny have been dodging it like it's a flying shoe. Every time someone asks about it, she's like, "Oh, we're busy," and Benny just sits there looking like he's hearing it for the first time. There was even this moment in an interview where the host asks if they're planning the wedding. Selena just straight up says, "No, not right now. I'm filming season 5 of Only Murders." And Benny's just sitting there, no comment, no confirmation, just blinking.
Do we move on to wedding planning now? Is that the...
No, I'm actually shooting season 5 of Only Murders right now. He has to do some work stuff too.
Then there was their Hot Ones appearance, yes, that show where celebs suffer through spicy wings. Benny asked Selena what she thinks is his most underrated song, and she just goes, "I don't know. I don't know what song you would have done. I'm sorry, babe, ouch." He even says, "So I just get no answer," and the host, trying to save the moment, gives him a redo. But the damage already done, and sure, maybe her brain was fried from the hot sauce. But people picked up on it. He looked low-key hurt. To be fair, Selena probably couldn't think straight during that wing-induced meltdown. But Benny definitely looked a little deflated. And that moment added to this growing narrative that Selena might not be as into the relationship as Benny is, or at the very least, not in the same way.
In 2014, right before that, she was Kim Kardashian's assistant. In 2019, Selena posted a long tribute to Theresa, stating just how much Theresa's friendship means to her. She did the same thing in 2023. On the 10th of March this year, everything seemed all good between the two of them, as Theresa posted this picture of them together. But then on the 27th of...
Moving on to talk about the rumors spiraling around that Benny cheated on Selena with her best friend Theresa Marie. So when Selena randomly unfollowed Theresa, a girl she's never had any public issues with, it sent everyone spiraling. Especially because Selena doesn't post a lot or interact much on Instagram. So even a tiny move like an unfollow feels loud. It all started in late April. Selena was seen having a meeting in LA with her inner circle Ashley Cook, Courtney Lopez, and yes, even Raquel Stevens. You remember Raquel, right? She caught heat during the My Mind and Me documentary era when the internet labeled her as toxic. And of course, TikTok ran with that narrative like it always does. Anyway, during that same time, Selena had already quietly unfollowed Theresa. Then rumors started swirling that Benny Blanco, Selena's fiancé, allegedly subscribed to Theresa's OnlyFans. A clip of Benny and Theresa sitting a little too close during a lunch date started making the rounds, and naturally, people assumed the worst. Twitter exploded with hot takes like, Selena unfollowed her best friend because her man subscribed to her OnlyFans, but didn't leave the man, and suddenly, this wasn't just a little unfollow, it was a full-blown scandal. Major gossip outlets jumped in too, reporting that the fallout might have been linked to a possible fling or flirtation between Benny and Theresa. And just to stir the pot more, fans noticed Theresa had reposted Benny's Sexiest Man Alive cover from People magazine on her Instagram story. Wild, right? Even though the internet was basically burning with these rumors, Selena tried to shut it all down in the most Selena way possible by not really addressing it directly. She posted a carousel of sweet photos with Benny, followed by a throwback shot with Theresa, clearly trying to say, nothing to see here. But here's the thing, she still hasn't refollowed Theresa. And if you know Selena's social media habits, that silence speaks volumes. It's giving, we're not cool right now, but I'm not ready to talk about it. And just for context, Theresa wasn't just some distant acquaintance. She used to be Selena's assistant, then became one of her closest friends. They even lived together at one point. So if this really is a fallout, it would be Selena's third public falling out with a longtime bestie, first Francia, then Raquel, and now possibly Theresa. It's giving pattern. Between the unfollowed drama, the OnlyFans theory, and Benny's oversharing interviews, Selena is dealing with a lot. Let me know in the comments, do you think the drama with Theresa is real? Is Benny doing too much? And is Selena actually happy or just trying to convince us and maybe herself? That's a wrap on today's Hollywood drama. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily dose of glitz, gossip, and pop culture news only on Inside Hollywood.